Stand still for your dreams. How many of you had all your dreams come true already? How many of you still have a dream yet to come true? As the book by Ronald Rowland, Born to Dream, for most of us, many of our dreams and desires have yet to come true. Can I just state that it's okay not to have all your dreams fulfilled? One dream is worth waiting for. Some dreams are worth staying for. Some dreams are worth fighting for. Time will only tell you this. This takes faith. Like a blooming flower, the bud is there, but the actual manifestation of the rose will take some time. Waiting is time. Time is not a bad thing, especially when you see the magnificence of the freshly bloomed flower. Back in 1963, 50 or so more years ago, Martin Luther King Jr. gave his I Have a Dream speech. His words spoken so eloquently, I have a dream, I have a dream, I have a dream. He was operating in another realm when he voiced his vision into the sound waves of millions of listeners. His vision didn't seem possible at the time, but he was a man with a prophetic vision. His quest for equality was the seed to a new day. His speech of hope and an end to segregation was a message his haters and enemies feared, but many well-believing folks cheered for. He believed in the vision, and today we stand in the promised land. Still with some problems, but still we are in the promised land. His vision had not yet appeared in all its glory until today in this year. The land of the living, embodiment of that dream. The research done by social explorers have data showing that 50 years after the I Have a Dream speech, equal opportunity and social economic status continue to lag behind equal rights, but we are still on our way. Just think that a mother who is newly pregnant has to wait 9 months before she gives birth. Is waiting such a bad thing when that baby that is not ready to come into the world yet? No, we all understand the process of development. Just like that baby, a dream also has to develop. When it's fully developed, then it's ready for delivery. Not all dreams are necessarily out of reach, but just not time for their fulfillment. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage you to stand still for your dreams. It may not come now or as soon as you expect, but just wait. It is coming. Every January, we honor Martin Luther King Jr., and every February, we celebrate the many leaders and activists in Black History Month. One cannot forget that we all have a legacy to leave. We all have dreams to fulfill. How many of you have dreams yet to come true? Raise your hand. Let February be your month to dream and to dream big and not be discouraged by setbacks and hardships and oppositions. Just stand still, knowing your dream is on its way. It's coming. Be ready, get prepared, and don't lose faith. So why do we panic when dreams don't happen right away? Not knowing which is the right move, we make the wrong move. We surely get the jitters. We start making all kinds of moves when things don't happen in their microwavable way. But sometimes sitting still can teach us to win. Like a chess game, you stop and think before you make a move. No chess move is fast, but deliberately slow. Waiting teaches us to float. Like being in a swimming pool, we just listen to the swim coach. If we stay still, we can be ready to swim when we float. A dream can be stationary. It is not always a moving target. It was a matter of standing still and waiting for fulfillment. Sometimes we need to stand still long enough to let God be in control. Standing still long enough to go through the process of development. Through the storms and the trials, we can let our dreams take on a better shape. Moving too soon puts your weaknesses out there and not your strengths. Have you ever made a decision too early only to find that if you had waited a bit longer, a better option would have come up? Sometimes moving sets you on a new path that you never intended. Sometimes moving sends you down a bad road. Has anyone ever heard the story of Abraham and Sarah? They were promised a child in their old age. This was a big dream for them. However, they doubted it. The years just ticked away, and in a moment of panic, they decided to move. Taking matters into their own hands, they got a servant to have a child for them. That child was Ishmael. His line added into the chaos of Abraham and Jews to this very day, to Arabs and Jews to this very day. If only they had stood still, they would have had their son Isaac without the tribal wars. No one likes a thing to pass them by or linger out of reach. And as the Bible says, a hope deferred makes the heart sick. We don't want to just stand there waiting. It is not human nature to be so still and stand there, but we are not all knowing. We are not omnipotent. So yes, we can wait on an omnipotent God. If we go outside his will, we will make mistakes. It is not the order of time, but about God's plan. Like when you're baking a cake, you're so eager to see the end result, you open the oven and mistakenly the door slams and your beautiful cake suddenly falls disastrously flat. Why? Because you were a little too early and worrying. Don't worry about it. Sometimes God is moving on our behalf and the cake is not done yet. Don't worry if the dream is not happening. In the meantime, you just stay ready. Dreams are big things. Keep hoping, but don't let the hope deferred make you sick. Keep dreaming. Let the dream keep you going. Let it ignite you to wake up in the morning. The process of hardship and the patience to wait for all the pieces to fit together, that is where your character gets stronger. That is where your inner strength and understanding will grow. Sometimes we need to just trust that we will have our dreams. This is called trusting in the unseen. This is called faith in the impossible. This is called virtuous living. You can do it. You read patiently through, you sat patiently through the speech. And so I'm sharing now that maybe it's time we learn to be patient. Why not stand still instead of worrying about everything to fall in place? God knows our needs and the desires of our hearts because he loves us. He will take care of those dreams. There is a gospel song by Donnie McClurkin that says, "What do you do when you have done all you can? You just stand." Thank you.